I'm here with Bailey Legg and George Johnson for another Speedstar Boxing Online press conference face to face. Now I'm excited for this fight, the co-main event. First of all, Bailey, tell me how it feels to be a co-main event.
Well, obviously, second time round now of trying one of these little press conferences, little tease bottle job. So I appreciate George for stepping in, but the job will be done, and it's good to be on the co-main. Should be main, I think personally, but it is what it is.
Yeah, of course. George, how do you feel being Speedstar Boxing co-main event February 22nd?
Uh, at first, it was a bit like up in the air, wasn't it, Bailey? But
One of them.
but I got told it all came down to Bailey's decision. So to be honest, I appreciate him for giving me the chance. You know what I mean? First co-main event, first title fight.
Yeah, of course. Now, I'll jump straight into it. Obviously, Bailey, as you mentioned, you're scheduled to fight Little T for the 22nd. Can you talk the viewers through why that never happened?
He bottled it. I think he got the feeling of being in the ring, obviously on Misfits, and realised that boxing isn't really for him. And I'm a different type of fighter to what I'd be in the ring with, and he can't act with somebody like me, and he knows it'd get beat. So he's bottled it. I'm not going to sit here and slag him off. He knows, I know, and that's all that needs to be said about it. Really, he's a bottle job, and he's a pussy, straight up.
Okay, George, how much notice have you had for this fight?
Well, if we're going with I don't even know, about a week, wasn't it? I think.
A week. Okay,
Yeah.
so was you training previously?
Yeah.
Just staying in the gym?
I'm training for one on CSL on the 15th anyway, so just doing the same training really. It's about the same opponent as well, same size, but just less experience. One on CSL.
Oh, okay. And how many fights have you had now?
Just one.
One. So you'll have three by the end of Feb.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to it. Bailey, how's your training been then? Obviously scheduled to fight Little T, as I mentioned. He doesn't really have that much boxing experience, but now you're going to George, who's going to have three fights by the
Yeah,
time.
look, it's one of them. I've seen his fight. He looked like Little T, to be fair, swinging. And you know what? I'm training for better fighters, bigger fighters. You know how it is. Training hard. Training's going really well actually. A Little T dropout didn't really change anything. I just kept in my own lane because I knew at the end of the day, no matter who, Speedstar would get a fight for me, and I'll get it on and I'll put on a performance.
Yeah, of course. Would you say George is a step up from Little T? I know you said they're kind of the same skill level, but
Uh, I think in terms of what he brings to the table, probably not overall, because not many people know who George is. But in terms of boxing talent, I think they're similar. If I'm honest, they're both swingers, and we'll see what the gas tank's saying. I'm unsure about that one.
yeah, George, what do you make of that? Do you think you're better than Little T?
Well, there's not much to take from his scrap, really, was it? Bloody Afghan Dan's
Yeah.
arm popping out. You know what I mean? It's not really a way you want the fight to end, but that first fight I had with Matty that was no training. Like, it's not an excuse for anything, but even I've said it multiple times. I should have won that fight easily. It was more of I travelled down to Matt's buddy coach's show. He's paying the ref. He's paying the judges. The ref was the coach's mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just none of that were right in my opinion in that first fight. But I was shit. I'll put my hands up. I was shit. I didn't train. I was smoking still every day. But it's not an excuse. This time I've turned it around, been training week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? See the improvement in the cardio as well.
Yeah, of course. What do you make of your opponent, Bailey Legg?
Look, like fair play to him training and stuff, but if I'm training as well at probably a higher intensity, there's only so good you can get, and it's still not going to be enough to get the job done, and it's not going to be on my level. So that's just how I see it. It's another fight for me, and it's another fight for him, and I know that I'll get the win.
Okay. George, what do you make of Bailey? Obviously, you made some comments earlier about, you having kind of the same skill level as Little T, just swinging. So what do you think of Bailey's kind of boxing technique?
Well, from that fight, you can't really take a lot from when you fight with Matt. Do you know what I mean? Matt's just a brawler. You can't box against him. Like I said it in the last press with Dan and Matt Jacob. You don't expect any of the punches that come from Matt. Like they'll come from nowhere, or just windmill you. But obviously, I've seen Bailey. Bailey can actually box, and to be honest, I'm excited to fight someone who can actually box and not just swing like he's in a street fight. Because when you're fighting someone like Matt, you've got to change your style to fight that way. Do you know what I mean? But with Bailey, I feel like I'll actually be able to see what skills I've got instead of just trying to swing it.
Yeah, of course. And obviously, George, you mentioned that this is going to be your third fight after that fight to February 22nd. But with having your debut versus Matt and then all of a sudden having 2 fights in February, how are the nerves going to be? You know, fighting on CSL, then straight to Speed Star the week after.
To be honest, like I did the press for CSL and the nerves, I didn't get any nerves from it. Do you know what I mean? Normally you're nervous sat in a room full of like 50 people, but the nerves weren't there. I feel like when you have that first fight and you've done it, you still get the nerves a bit, but not as bad.
Yeah, of course. And Bailey, how are yours going to be? Obviously, I'm not sure on your record at the moment, but I'm sure you
Obviously,
get some.
I've only had the one.
Oh, okay.
Taking it steady, see what's to come this year. It's a big year this year now with Speedstar and whatnot. There's more to come in show wise, so there'll be plenty more fights. No matter what happens with George, definitely going to get the win, and hopefully look to go 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 all the way throughout the year, and then hopefully get the big fight that I think I deserve and I think I need as well.
Yeah, of course. And Bailey, this is for a title, so are you looking to maybe defend it 5, 10 times or on
Look,
Speedster?
the title will come to me and it'll stay with me. I don't think there's anybody on the scene around my weight, even probably literally anything around my weight that anyone can take it off me. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, there's all sorts of people coming in the scene at the minute, and I'm gonna say it on a little live right now. Some of the people that are trying to call me out, you just need to have a break, mate. Because if you're not bringing out to the table, then you're not getting in the ring with me. Do you know what I mean? It's pointless for me. So it's got to be right for me. Obviously, I'm not flapping any fight. I won't turn down a fight, but at the same time, it's got to benefit me in some way. Do you know what I mean? That's the scene we're on here.
Yeah, 100%. And with you, George, if you did beat Bailey and get this title, get this belt, what are your plans for the future with it?
Defend it, innit? Well, I've already got a few people in mind. Like, to be honest, I'm eyeing up that fight of Inside the Baller because he wants to come down more weight, and he was asking Matt after the fight, "Oh, what does George bring to the table and all of this? Do you think I'll beat him?" So, to be honest, I think he's got. He says, "Oh, what do you bring to the table?" But once I've got that belt, there's not really much you can say.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm planning on coming up weight anyway on the 14th of March to fight this bloody white collar McGregor or whatever in it. Whatever. But we'll see how that goes.
He's a muppet, him. He's a muppet.
Proper.
Bailey, can I have 3 things that you bring to the ring as it's only been your first fight not too long ago for the viewers? Maybe 3 skills you have in boxing?
I won't really say skills wise, but one word that's needed, and that's entertainment, and that's what I bring. And you'll see on the night.
Looking forward to it, George. Can we have your 3?
I put the pressure on him like I did with Matt. Like in that fight with Matt, I think I got the best version of Matt you could have got because I just pressured him and pressured him. Then, you know what I mean? But I've been working on stuff in the gym, which I should have done the first time round, but I'll keep that one to myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna give away a game plan.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I have your predictions, George. I'll stop with you this time.
What is it? 5 rounds, 2 minutes each round, I think. So I reckon it'll go the whole 5. I don't see there being a knockout. Do you know what I mean? I've got a chin. Bailey's not being tested because Matt didn't land anything in that first fight. Really, it was just Bailey has quick hands, so I know to watch out for that. But it's definitely going to go over 5 rounds, and I think I win by decision. It'd be close, though, very close fight.
Okay, sorted for it. Bailey, can we have your predictions?
I I think George is going to win by first round knockout. That's my thoughts personally.
Just
yeah.
okay, we'll find out on the 22nd.
We
And
will.
a message for each other as well. Lastly, Bailey, I'll start with you.
Look, there's no bad blood at all. But at the end of the day, you're an opponent, and the job's going to be done in the ring. So wish you all the best.
George.
It's going to be, do you know what I mean? It's going to be a good fight. We're both going to test each other. And I think we're both going to see the best out of each other we can. And to be honest, I appreciate getting the opportunity. Like I said at the beginning of the press, it's a big opportunity for me. Third fight of the year. It's just speechless, really. That's it.
It's speechless that he gets to share the ring with me. That's what it is.
Are you still sharing it with Matt on the same night?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Hopefully, he don't knock you out.
Fucking hell, behave yourself. Come on. Jeez, that's one thing that'll never happen. I'll never get knocked out by Matt Rose. We learnt that from the first fight. That was a poor performance from me as well. You know, but as I say, I'm 6 months down the line now from that last fight, so it's 6 months of improvement. And I've only been boxing a year, so I've literally doubled my ability, if not more. So yeah, it'd be a long day for that boy as well.
Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out in this fight. Bailey Legg versus George is happening February 22nd, with a press conference the day before, both at the Adelphi Hotel. And we'll see everyone there. Thanks for watching on social media. The next face-to-face is in about 15 minutes, so stay tuned on Speedstar Boxing Academy Instagram. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.